guys, and I am back today with another video. So I finally got back from vacation this past Saturday, and I sort of spent the rest of the weekend just getting stuff together, doing some things I needed to do since I had been away and wasn't able to do them when I was gone. So before I get into this video, the whole upload schedule thing, I think what I'm going to do for the meantime is do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might change that and add one on the weekend, but this way it gives me time to do other things I need to do, and it's a more realistic schedule that I can uphold when I go back to school. So that's the plan. Hope that's okay, and let's get into this video. So this video today, I'm just going to give my brief thoughts on this whole Make Combat Arms Great Again. I know Ben did a video on this, and I know a bunch of other people did, but I kind of wanted to give my own view on it, although my view may go along with what all these other YouTubers have said. So basically, if you didn't know, Combat Arms released a video, I believe, when I'm uploading this 2 days ago, that was titled #MakeCA Great Again. And so the whole purpose of this video was, it kind of displayed like a little argument between two people. One was obviously a developer or a creator at Nexon for this game, and the other one was supposed to be like, your average user, and just showed how they complain and don't really give any input on how to make the game better. So basically, and also the video for this, like the link for it will be in the description so you can go watch it yourself. But basically at the end of the video they stated that they were putting a petition out that you can sign. I'll put a link for that as well. That would let a whole overhaul of the game be done, so they would strip it down and then create a new game with a new engine, possibly one that's more updated. So I guess getting into this, I kind of found this really interesting, just because this is something personally that I had hoped for a while now, and I didn't really think it was something that would ever happen. Just because the way I always thought Nexon was, how they just, whore around for money and all that jazz. But, and for me personally, this game was something in particular that I, loved when I was playing it back in, I would say the golden years would be around 2008 to maybe 2010 or so, which is kind of funny because another game I used to play a lot, RuneScape, which I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of, its golden years were also around the year 2007-2008, which I guess this was just a time when games had peaked, or it was just a time where we enjoyed a specific aspect of the game, but then that aspect slowly changed over time. So for me, I've already signed this petition because it's something that I would really like to see done. This game used to be something that I spent countless hours on, to the point where my mom would yell at me to go outside because I was having so much fun playing with this game with my friends. And obviously, yeah, I got suckered in and I spent a bunch of money on it, but only some of that do I actually end up regretting, because doing that brought a lot of happy memories, and those happy memories, laughing, I wouldn't trade for anything. But as we've all seen over time, this game slowly deteriorated, and I would think that's how a lot of online games go. They have their peak and then all of a sudden it just starts going downhill, and it starts losing its way, and then obviously starts losing customers. Like I'll look back at RuneScape for an example. After those golden years, around the golden years, they had 200,000 to 300,000 plus people playing online at any given time, and it would be hard to find a server that wasn't packed. However, after they made certain updates, which I could say sort of like Nexon, that number dropped down to under 100,000, which is ridiculous, because they had millions and millions of accounts and millions of players, and then if they did something and it went to under 100,000 players at any given time. Even solo, I once saw it at only 30,000 players, which is ridiculous. And Nexon is sort of the same way. They like to brag earlier about how they have millions of accounts created, but how many of those accounts are actually played on still? So many people have given up on this game. Unfortunately, I have not been one of them, because I've sort of been holding out, just remembering how much fun I used to have and hoping that something would change and that fun could be restored and I'd be able to enjoy it more. And I would say up until watching this video and also watching Ben's video, I kind of had lost hope in that, and then as you probably could see, we didn't really record Combat Arms much anymore, and we kind of just gave up hope on it. But if this idea comes to fruition and they actually overhaul the game, I understand how hard it's going to be, because as the guy says in the video, if you go watch it, you can't just like make a whole new game or just tear apart a game. It's going to be really difficult, and they might keep up the current Comet Arms like how it is while they develop it. That would be my guess, just because it's still making money, and taking it offline would cease any money or income that they're getting from it, which is something they couldn't afford to do, especially if they're creating a whole new game. But if they can create this new game, I am really excited to see how it is. Part of me is a little worried because I feel like the new game they create might not be what we expect, and it could be another disappointment. However, I'm a fairly optimistic individual, and I'm really hoping that this is something that will bring players back and will help maybe bring the community back together. As you guys know, the Common Arms community, for the most part, can be pretty terrible sometimes. A lot of people just hackers, people just cursing each other out. It's ridiculous. And I'm not saying that that wasn't the case, like, 4 or 5 years ago, but it's definitely gotten 10 times worse than it used to be. So I think by creating a new game, or possibly restoring this game to its old roots where there were hundreds of thousands of players on it, I think that would be really good and really healthy for both the game and the community itself. So I hope this is something that we see them doing in the future. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on the whole topic. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will link, as I said, the video, the original video of them saying like about this makes Common Arms great again, and then I will also link the petition that you can sign if you want to see this happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look for another video on Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.